We got a commotion outside the...
Yes.
What's going on?
Who do we got? Who do we got? I don't even know who we got.
I see women.
Terry.
Hello,
I see Terry
have no
Crews?
idea.
Who's here, Steve?
It's Terry and Randy.
Okay,
All right, on. Bring him right in. Fuck going to break. Randy.
Randy, how are you? Hey, man.
What's up, my man?
How you doing, man?
How you doing?
Anthony.
How you doing?
Terry, how you doing?
How you doing?
What's up, Randy?
All right, Terry Crews.
Good to see you.
How you doing, man?
What's up, my man? Terry. How you doing?
What's up?
What's up?
I want to do a little lap.
What's up, man?
Wow.
Our introductions.
Oh, there we go.
How many people? Oh, there's so many people here.
Got some big boys, so, there we go.
Thanks.
I know. Let's take the couch.
Who's that, Jet Li's wife in the movie?
Of course.
Makeup for the radio? Holy fuck balls, man. You have fucking changed, nigga. Holy shit.
Hollywood it up here, baby. That's how we do it.
Terry Crews is getting makeup for his radio appearance.
Man.
Oh,
Look at
shit. Oh,
him.
shit. Shit. And more shit. Shit. You got muscles on your muscles and your abs and your just.
Yeah. And I exfoliate every day,
Fuck.
too.
Long way from T-Money, man.
I know.
And I was a bit, I want to say, start off, that was one of my favorite shows when it was on.
Battle Dome?
Battle Dome,
Yeah.
and you played T-Money. And if you didn't see Battle Dome, it was like American Gladiators meets wrestling, almost, where it's like you. But what was one of my favorite things back then is you had a fight. They did this cross promotion with WCW.
Yep.
And I always wanted to ask you, is that did you really punch Steiner in his face?
Yeah.
Yeah, they was doing this cross thing with WCW, and he punched. Was it a mistake or he really punched another wrestler?
Straight up.
And it just looked real, and it looked like you hurt him. And it looked like he said, "What the fuck? What you do that for?"
Listen, we really. The thing was with me is that I always took it a little too far. Just with the whole
on the show too, by the way.
on the show.
Yeah.
There were times where
We're just regular people, Terry.
Yeah.
Now you getting fucking makeup on radio. You ain't shit. I just want to say that. You came a long way knocking motherfucking real dudes out to makeup on the radio, man. God damn it, money makes you feel better, doesn't it?
Dude, I get mani-pedis and everything. It's good
shit.
stuff, you know?
I'm sorry though, but I was a big fan of that show.
No, they had to cancel it, man, because people were getting broke up. I mean, I was one of the cats that survived. It was that extreme, and then once they knew you were a name, and then people were training just to get you, and it just got too violent. It was crazy.
I remember that show though. It's a great. I've been. That's when that was the first time I noticed we on. Then it's just this. Hollywood is one of those places. So you see, once you see somebody, you see what the progression is.
Well, they keep playing the old
you
stuff.
do see, man.
You know, I was an extra in Training Day, and so when you see Training Day now,
fucking.
You know what I mean?
Didn't say a fucking word. The leader of either the Bloods or the Crips was like, you was part of him, but that guy was real.
Everybody else in the jungle was real. All the other gangsters were real. I came to visit the set to watch Denzel, and literally the director, Antoine Fuqua, was like, "Hey man, you want to be in this movie?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He said, "Look, take your shirt off. We're going to the roof." I go to the roof. I'm the guy with the pigeons, the whole thing. That's me. If you see the lumpy head, that's me. I was the pigeon guy.
You were flipping pigeons?
Flipping pigeons.
Shit.
That's Terry Crews. Flipping pigeons in a world where
you were the pigeon flipper?
I'm the pigeon flipping brother. That's it.
Holy
That's me.
Shit.
That's me. I go.
And I'm going to tell you something else. In movies, I noticed this about maybe a year ago. You know, any time you see someone who's playing a gangster who looks really mean, real gangsters, like if you watch American Gangster, they never have a mean face. You see Randy's face? Like the comfort of either killing you with his hands or I'll shoot you immediately makes you easy. You were the meanest face motherfucker on there, but
getting
you
makeup on the radio now. And he will kill you. He's smiling and he will destroy you.
Do you fight mixed martial arts at all or no?
No. I'm the NFL guy. I played 7 years in the NFL.
Rams, right?
Rams, Packers, Chargers, Redskins, Eagles.
Wow.
But you were really a beast in like college, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, I did my thing, man. I did my thing. I'm still, now it's all for looks. That's it, man. You know, abdominals. That's me. That's me.
And let me ask you this, man. This is oh shit. How do I ask this shit? This is, you know, black people always have. We can't be as free as white people. Meaning, white people can do anything, and they get to just do anything.
Right.
Was there any of that fucking blackness question when you had to get naked almost?
Oh yeah.
And when you go, man, am I up here with just muscles, naked and shorts?
We turn around, everything has to be Martin Luther King Jr. Like, you are now representing all black men.
Right.
When you put on these red shorts, you do understand that you must. And I'm like, yo, man, no, explosion! I just said, bump it.
You have to admit,
I don't give a damn.
if black people voted, which one of you they would want to represent the men, they're going to vote for him.
The man part, but I'm saying the point, see, the point is like the blockage, meaning, okay, Jim Carrey, if you go, hey, Jim, you want to put this shit costume on and tap dance with a feather? It's like, in your ass, I'm going to do it. And it's no block, but it's like, it's, you know, the NAACP, you see just, and he's in fair condition, and the other motherfucker that's riding, the naked guy riding the horse, and
ladies.
It's just like, you know, black people go, why is this nigga naked? And it's like you have that block that has to make. So I was wondering if you had to have that. You go, all right, family. Then I don't want NAACP fucking with me. How is that?
I don't. I do what I love.
Good,
I do what I want to do. If I think it's funny, if I think it's great, I'm gonna do it.
Good.
And you know, I mean, that's the thing. You can never. Let me tell you, my wife is not black enough for some people. You know what I mean?
Is she black, your wife?
No, she's black. She's black. But she's half white. So in this country, that makes you black. Obama's black. You know?
Well, I got a half white girlfriend too. But your wife looks Spanish or something.
But she's half
she's
black.
black.
She's from Gary, Indiana. We'll cut you in a minute. I mean, those are swing a knife. You know what I mean? So, but this is the thing. If you do all that stuff and then you cannot please this segment right here, and then you go too far over here, you can't please this segment. But see, the thing is, I've had a trick in that I've been able to do everything. Everybody hates Chris. They're like, oh, boy, you a black father, and we love you. And then I can go do Idiocracy and be the black president that's just crazy. And then you can go do White Chicks.
God damn, you are working.
And and then now with this Expendables, it's about the whole action movie genre. And literally, this thing is the dream of my life. I always wanted to run with the gun. I always wanted to work with real tough cats like Randy.
This has got to be the greatest movie set of all. Just and let's be honest, man. I was watching the trailer of Who's in It. Theoretically, I would say you are the toughest dude on the set.
Yes.
Now, in reality, I mean, there's no need. Who's second, and who'd you give that look to? Like, you know what? I'm a taste you because I know you want to taste. Like, who's the guy that really is it Dolph or is it Jet Li? Who you go? You know what? I'll fuck you up, man.
I think Dolph is probably the only other guy that's really had any combative sports.
He's a fighter, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking Dolph Lundgren's a fucking fighter, man.
He had his trainer there, a Bulgarian cat that he did.
He's still a martial arts guy.
Yeah, he's still.
Can you take him?
We never got to hook up.
Yeah, that means yes.
Wait a minute.
That's how a real man answers that.
You wanted to taste him. Come on, Randy.
That's how a
You
real
wanted
man
to
answers that
fucking
question.
taste him, though.
Yeah.
Just to go really fucking Ivan Drago. I'll punch you right in the fucking mouth right now.
No. I was trying to start fights on the set. I would bump somebody. Hey, man, Dolph said something about you, dog. Hey, Jet Li over there he looking at you, man. You know, I wanted to see something break off.
Was it a prison feel? Meaning like did it get manly? Meaning that thing where you felt a little tension, like this is not.
And I never felt that.
No, yeah, I mean, everybody.
Well, you never felt that because you don't care. Like if something jumped off, it's like, fuck you.
Time to smile and go.
Just choke out Stallone and hear him just.
No, but everybody on this set. But everybody on this set had nothing to prove. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. Nobody had to prove they were tough. Prove that they done something. Everybody had their scars, and my lip is all broke up and scarred up. Everybody had their thing,
right.
And it was
like Jaws and shit, where it's like, this one here, BJ Penn, right there, right there, and fucking,
That's how it was.
Right.
When you say that, I would agree.
Y'all get along? You guys get along?
My man. This is my man. We were in the trenches together.
I tell you why you get along too, because you guys are doing the tour together. The guys who got along are doing the tour. So fucking Dolph is probably with fucking Jason Statham. Both of them look like they swim and they fucking from England or wherever the fuck they're from. So they're doing their shit together. Stallone and fucking Schwarzenegger. It's everybody kind of twisted off into right. I bet you that shit is. It looks like it's gonna be good too.
How big is Schwarzenegger's part in it? Because they're actually making a big deal because he's finally doing a film again.
Well, I think the biggest thing is that those three, Bruce Willis, Schwarzenegger, and Stallone, have never been on film together in the same movie ever, and they're three.
Who's the last one?
Action.
Schwarzenegger,
Bruce
Stallone,
Willis.
and Bruce. Okay,
right. Three huge action stars in the same.
Wow.
Scene.
But now they have to come together like LeBron James, Dwayne,
and
Chris Bosh.
I don't know.
Three kings.
So have to come together. Holy shit!
That's how you gotta do to make a movie now, though. I mean, all movies are like that right now. Freaking Sex in the City, you got to team up to make it.
I would love to see you guys have knocked the shit out of those chicks. That would have been a great movie. Beating the Sex in the City girls.
Put those things you put both of those movies in the multiplex. You're gonna have a baby. You know what I mean? It's like the Expendables and Sex in the City.
Yeah. Well, you could have thrown a saddle on Sarah Jessica Parker and ridden her around.
Holy
Randy, what was that last movie what was the movie you did? The last movie you did.
Red Belt.
Red Belt. Good movie.
Yeah,
I didn't mind Red Belt at all. With
Chiwetel
Akeem Olajuwon. What's his name? How you pronounce it?
Chiwetel.
I refuse to even figure out. That motherfucker better have a nickname at some point. I'm not going to pronounce your African name exactly. Really? You got to keep your African name Chiwetel? With all these fucking Jews around, he got to keep Chiwetel? Change that name to Chewy Johnson, motherfucker, for you to get a job. But he's fucking getting his jobs.
Yeah, he did a great job.
But you did something else too, Red Belt, and then something else right before it.
Scorpion King 2.
That's the one. That's the one. That first one I saw you in.
Yeah, that was fun.
And then fucking Soul Plane was the first movie.
Yeah.
Your first movie.
No, Friday After Next.
Right,
Yeah.
and it was a big ass role too.
Huge.
God, you've been on a fucking run.
Oh, it's crazy.
And you took the father from fucking Everybody Hates Chris from me.
Yeah.
I fucking read for that.
Oh,
God damn it! And now you're another father.
I know.
Can I have something?
But Chris Rock said you fucked it up.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
Chris Rock really said that, Terry.
Him,
Told
man.
Patrice right to his face that he fucked it up. It was
We've heard
his.
a lot of Patrice
So you
almost
had
got
it to
roles,
lose?
though.
Is that what happened?
Yep.
No, look it, man. It ain't even. Look, it was just. I don't know what it is. Me and Chris are both comics. And I don't know what it is, but that motherfucker, he could have made me the uncle or something. That with all the guest stars y'all had on that fucking show, Ricky Harris was on it. Give me a fucking. Can I get in there?
Oh, dude, everybody.
I fucking actually know you. Motherfuckers like, I think I know you from Battle Dome.
Right.
Shit.
I don't know. I'm taking everything though.
Dude, you are working. When I saw the Ice Cube thing, I just went like this with the hands in there, hit my hand. What the fuck is Terry Crews doing?
I'm taking all they're giving right now, and that's just it's a blessing, man.
It's a blessing for you.
No.
You hear what happens when people say it's a blessing? Nigga, it ain't a blessing for me. I'm watching you like, and it's just you go, wow, you see that, I don't know what it is, and I think the thing that's gonna make you super duper star is when you finally you have to play black gangster somehow. You have to be evil. You've been a good guy too long now.
I did a movie last year with Gerard Butler called Gamer, where I was straight evil and all that stuff. So, but nobody saw it. I was
going to say
that's
that.
the only little stickler, you know.
But like a menace to society, when you the evil, the bad guys is what always pops you off.
Right.
And I'm thinking a bad guy for you too. You've been bad guys, but you've been the
kind of the bad guy in Scorpion King.
Yeah.
You were, but
it was the PG-13 sword and sandal.
And they make you Randy Couture all the time too. Like it's like they make you remember how Tura Tanaka used to be when you see Professor Tura Tanaka and it's like he's the invincible dude that
Right.
you got to play somebody fucking just a bad motherfucker that talks a lot. And you that kills somebody and talks a lot.
Yeah, I
and
might
then
have to
it's
talk
like
less,
fucking
yeah.
Terry Crews Day because you're still somehow bubbling underneath, and you just want to see that explosion where you go, that's the fucking one, and you go, damn.
Let me I'm not in a hurry, so that's another thing too. I ain't trying to rush it. Again, I got everything I've got has been repeat business. It's crazy because I work with Chris Rock in Longest Yard. Boom. Here come, everybody hates Chris. Same thing with Ice Cube, Friday After Next. Here comes, Are We There Yet? Everything is about longevity and just keeping it
relationships.
Going. Stallone plucked me out. I was the fourth choice. Remember that was, listen, they went to Wesley, but Wesley couldn't lead the country. Then it went to like Forrest Whitaker.
Oh, you did this where at in Canada or something? Or
no, we did in Brazil. We shot in Brazil.
You shot in
Brazil?
Brazil?
We shot in Brazil.
Was your wife and family there?
No.
Did you stay in a hotel all night?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, you better have. How about you, Randy? I bet you went out there with your wife so she could kick what's her name? Cyborg's ass? Fucking Chris Cyborg? That fucking...
Yeah.
Jesus.
These guys know a little bit about Brazil, is what Patrice is getting at.
Yeah.
Now I'm saying, they
know the underbelly of Brazil.
Was your wife there with you?
I'm not married. Divorced.
Since the last time you got divorced from her?
Yeah.
So you really enjoy Brazil?
We were busy, dude. I was there for a week of the 3-week shoot in Brazil, and we were rocking the whole time. So,
but you've been there a million times because of training, right? You must have been there.
My first time there.
You never been to Brazil doing the whole going there with the fucking jiu-jitsu thing?
Do they know you there? The Brazilians, did they recognize you from fighting?
Yeah, they did.
He's huge in Brazil, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, that whole mixed martial arts is as big as NFL over there, and this dude is like, that's LeBron James of Brazil, right?
MMA guys are getting a lot of acting work too. Like Rampage is getting his work, and you've done a few films. It's like they're smart because they know that's what everybody under 21 is watching mixed martial arts. They're gonna go see you guys,
and they're legitimately tough. They're not. Yeah. It's like Randy's legitimate. You watch him in a movie, and you just go, "This feels good" because you just legitimately.
Who is the biker, the Hell's Angel who knocked the tough fucking guy, man?
Oh
God, we all
Zito?
Chuck Zito.
Yeah, Chuck.
Who did he knock out or hit in the bathroom?
It was John Claude.
Jean-Claude Van Damme. Yeah. Like I think people kind of saw that as like, oh wow, man, these guys aren't as tough, but you guys are.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like the mixed martial arts.
He ain't gonna
Well,
say
you're not
nothing.
gonna right. You're not
He ain't
gonna
gonna
say shit.
He sit on the set, be just smirking at you sideways, like, yeah, buddy, I could kill you.
Hey, what a comfort zone. Now, I didn't ask you this before, but do you say to yourself, for real, do you say, God damn, I can fight? Like, is there any point where you just go, fuck, I can beat someone's ass?
I don't think you really analyze it that way when you're in it. I mean, you're just doing what you do, and I'm having a blast. I enjoy the competition. I enjoy the training. It's kind of
How about to a square, though? Like to a square, like a square guy who's not in a, meaning if somebody who's not in the UFC and they bump into you and you just go, wow. Like if it was a regular dude, regular muscles, just tough guy. And I always say it's like you can't beat a dude that knows how to fight. You can be tough, but it's like wow, you can look at a guy and go, wow, he's standing in a way where I could break his leg or something. And would you question him? Would you say to him, look, man, look, I know how to fight. You're gonna get hurt. Don't get hurt. Like, do you have to let a person who's a square in the street know that you are legitimately dangerous? Do you have to let them know?
I've never found myself in that situation. I don't know. I mean,
but my hands are registered weapons.
Is that true? Is that fucking true?
He has a piece of paper in his pocket right now.
Yeah, I think that's a license
a fucking pamphlet. Read that.
If shit goes down and you end up in the court of law, you've got not a leg to stand on.
Right.
With my background.
Yeah.
I would just have.
So it is like a thing where
your life had better been threatened, or whoever you're with has better.
Just have YouTube videos on your phone and show the guy that wants to fight you and go, look, this is me, asshole. Watch him fucking choke the life out of some asshole.
I know those are uncomfortable questions, but
great would that be?
Really tough dudes. You know, they got this thing called no homo. You go, no homo, but it's like really tough dudes.
Yep,
we used to have a question we grew up and go, okay, how much anger do you need to have been able to fight Mike Tyson? And it's like, you know, you go levels, smack your mother anger. Like if Tyson smacked your mama, do you think you can muster enough anger to, you know what I mean, to fight him? So it's like you just tough dudes, and when you say tough, legitimately fight for fun. You know, that's why the questions, man. I know it's like kind of uncomfortable, but it's like motherfuckers that fight for real are like superheroes, man.
But most of the guys I know that find themselves in that situation, when you're in a bar or whatever, and the guy makes the offhand, you ain't so big. I think I could take you. They're going to smile. They're going to laugh that shit off. They're not, you know, they got nothing to prove, and they're not going to take that step to that guy and say, what?
Right.
And they're just going to let that go.
See, I'm the friend that you don't want to have with you because I go, no, you can't. I'm smacking your bitch face.
You really would be like the big mouth girl and shit.
I really am. I'm a chick. I'm an ugly chick.
My best friend can beat up your best friend.
You throw the first punch.
Let me
go, Randy. Get off me. Get off me, Randy.
Yeah, let me go. Let me ask you a question because they're saying we have to wrap up. When BJ Penn was in here, he put me in a armbar for a second. Yeah. I could have probably went a little bit, but I tapped just to. But I want what kind of a move could you put me in? Not to hurt me, but to show me. I want to see what something feels like that I've never.
Have you been choked?
Well, it ain't. No, don't choke.
Go for the choke.
I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. You're not gonna be able to choke him out because his neck. You ever see?
You're not gonna be able to find his neck.
He's got 2 carotid arteries there. You can choke him out.
No, his neck will press against the back of his spine before he.
All right, could you show me how that's done? But then I will tap very quickly.
No, I won't choke you out.
Okay, thanks.
But I'll definitely you'll feel.
Oh yeah, no, I just.
And by the way, James Tony, is this? Are you gonna?
It's on.
Are you gonna?
August 28th.
Are you gonna
Boston.
out to fuck him up, or you gonna teach him a lesson, or is it just regular?
It's a fight. You got to take it seriously. I mean, the guy's a world champion boxer.
He must be shit talking. I haven't seen any promos yet.
Lord.
Is he talking shit? Oh, he's good at talking shit.
If you start losing the fight, just say fuck the fight. Just attack him and break his leg and take the loss on a technicality.
Yeah.
Are you shooting right away? I don't want you giving away plan, but
there's no
must be
secret there.
shooting right
there's
away.
no secret there. This is a mixed martial arts competition.
Okay,
he's taking him down.
Take the boxer.
Oh, it's mixed martial arts. You're not just boxing.
No.
Okay. Now you remember I like you a lot, right? You know that.
No illusions.
Ray Mercer made that shit stop. With Tim Silver. That is no more. That shit.
And that was supposed to be a boxing match, and they wouldn't sanction it, so they had to do an MMA match, and there was supposed to be a gentleman's agreement that he wasn't going to kick. The first thing Tim did was walked out and kicked Ray. and Ray's like, oh yeah, and dropped him like a bad habit.
Wow.
So.
Don't get knocked out by James Tony, please.
Oh, thanks for the mojo there.
I'm just saying, it's a weird day. Fucking Fedor lost, kind of weird. He just don't want. It's just kind of weird day. Just
I'm taking it very seriously. He's going to be dangerous, especially early in the fight. He's an explosive, very good striker. And, I've got to do my best to make sure he doesn't land one.
Wow.
All right, now choke Jimmy.
Choke Jimmy.
Well, let's phrase this properly. We're just demonstrating on how a move would be done.
You ever choke a clam? Use that technique.
Randy Couture.
All right. Now, what's the proper way to... Hold on.
Physiologically, the carotid arteries are right here.
Oh, fuck.
There's 2 kinds of choke. There's a blood choke, which is you're cutting off the blood supply. There's a wind choke. Wind chokes are actually very painful. You don't want it again.
Okay. Crushes his trachea or some crazy
and
shit.
eventually he'll pass out because there's no oxygen, but it's a much slower way.
It's a death blow.
You know how humiliating it is? He's controlling me with his finger right now.
You know why? He's checking to see if you're done. Oh, God.
What's the bicep on one carotid and my forearm on the other?
Okay.
And now if I apply...
Wow.
That was it right there?
Wow.
You made it sound...
He peed.
He didn't hurt me.
There's
So
pee on his
how do
leg.
you fucking get these guys who fight
Jimmy made it
for
sound like...
when Fedor got choked, he fought a long time.
He choked with his legs. Triangle choke is a blood choke. He applied the pressure.
Wow, that's effective. Could you do that again? You can't.
Wow.
You can't.
Don't start jerking off,
No,
Norton.
Now,
But
here
literally,
comes the
you
poop.
can't.
Now.
Done.
Wow.
You can't. There's nothing you're gonna do to get out of that.
Nope.
If you're me. Wow, that's fucking great. Holy shit.
So if a guy has you like that, you got the same carotid artery,
My chin down.
but you still can fight it.
Okay.
Like
because he's giving me his neck and let me put
But is that
it
what you
on.
guys are avoiding?
That's
Like
end game right there. Once he gets it sunk in that deep. in real competition in real time, I'm going to fight and keep him out of getting it that deep.
So that's what Jimmy can't do, is put his chin down. You need one.
Immediately.
If it's sunk, it's over.
And so when Brock got Carwin, what was being crushed there? His carotid artery?
Triangle, so he had a bicep on one and his own shoulder on the other.
Oh, his own shoulder was choking. Okay. And if you don't really like a motherfucker, you go for the fucking one at the trachea.
Yeah,
that's I don't like it very much.
Yeah. That's you're not breathing.
And you never really see that. You don't see it because it's guys like each other, basically.
You know how embarrassing that would be if my girlfriend saw me that happened like in a bar, if I shit talked you and you did that in front of my chick? How fucking humiliating that would be.
Second, you're just
wow.
Oh, she's a whore. I'm sorry.
Wow.
So Jimmy, were you just like
fucking?
I'm an actor.
Did you realize?
I need more makeup.
Terry's like, doubles.
My makeup, please. Thank you.
I just want to know if Norton, did you know you were like you would pass out?
It was a weird feeling. It was almost like instinct kicks in, and my there's nothing I could have done to stop my hand from going tap. Nothing. Nothing. I know at that moment like this because I can't fight, but there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
Again, there's not because he's a lot stronger than me, obviously. But once you're in that pit, there's nothing.
By the way, there was a girl on YouTube that lasted about 10 seconds longer than you did. She actually, she actually wouldn't tap you fucking sissy. What's the difference? She said, "I'm going to take it like a goddamn man, you fucking worm."
Hey, you know what?
All he did was place his thumb knuckle, and Norton's like, "Oh, I feel it." No, fuck you.
Yeah, but fuck that
salmon neck motherfucker. The girl took it.
Yeah, but she didn't have Randy Couture doing it.
No,
she did have Randy. It was her. Yeah, bitch. That's what I just said.
He was taking it easy on her.
She wanted to be choked out.
She went out.
So, Jimmy, why don't you try
It
the
wasn't
last
about
10
tapping.
seconds?
She wanted to go to sleep.
Oh, I don't want to go to sleep.
No.
Some women like submission.
Exactly.
Some women like submission.
Exactly.
Real men don't like submitting.
Yeah, real men tap and go,
you tap out.
We got to get him out of here. They're freaking out.
Real men do this right away. I feel it.
All right, we'll take a break. We got to wrap it up because people are going
Well, we got to
crazy.
get the plug out.
Thank you, guys.
In theaters, August 13th. Terry Crews and, of course, Randy Couture. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks
for having us, man.
But you hear what Terry said, though, and I don't disagree, man.
A little bit, right?
People like him, man, and that's not a knock. It's just like fuck. I wish I had to learn how to be likable to everybody.
You need likability.
We didn't even talk about the Old Spice commercials with Terry Crews. That's the big one right now.
With the abdominals.
They're fucking, those things are viral. As viral as you could get those
And he
things.
probably is making most of his money from that.
Yeah, national like that? Fuck yeah.
Probably all the money he's making, he's probably in this where he's at in this game on TBS. Probably have to take a little lower on this show on TBS. And Everybody Hates Chris. I bet you on Everybody Hates Chris, he was the star of the show, but he wasn't a big name. I bet you he makes a very non-aggressive 5 figures, in around the 20s. An episode, I would think.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
About 20s, high to low. And then on this one, since it's TBS, but he still has a big name, I bet you he makes, non-aggressive 5, about 30.
How much
I bet
is
he
he
makes
worth?
35.
How much is he worth right now?
He probably has about 3 in the bank, I bet you.
3 G's?
No.
3 G's.
Yeah, a bunch of iPhones.
And he's a family man,
riffing.
and he had a show on BET with his wife. She kind of got it together a little bit.
I don't know if he's a family man. I think he's just scared to leave his wife.
Why?
He says she's from Gary, Indiana, and she would cut you. So he's probably just scared to leave.
He's only saying that shit to say it.
Well,
he's
maybe.
not leaving. He's been with her a long time, and she's been with him in the lean years. They've been together forever. So it's like you have to be a little, have to be loyal, man. Mm-hmm. You have to be loyal. Girl has been around during the fucking years where you ain't shit. Mm-hmm. Then when you pop, and he's popping. And
popping. He's more than popping.
Well, he's still, look at.
He's bubbling still?
A lot of white people, you ain't popped until white people know your name. And I bet you the thing that most white people know is the Old Spice commercial.
Oh, of course.
Oh, he's the old with the muscles coming.
Of course.
But it's like black people. He's pretty much a household name in black world.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, he's big in black world. In white world, he's probably still He's the fucking.
We got to catch on name wise.
Yeah.
Who's the white equivalent to Terry Crews? Maybe a tough
That's known in the white world and not as much in the black world.
That might be a tough question. Yeah, but I'm saying who should be Gary Oldman. I bet you, to the average black person that might watch Friday, you go Gary Oldman, you go, who that? Oh, you know the motherfucker played Commissioner Gordon. Oh, that motherfucker. But if you're a fan of movies, you know him from Professional. You know, there's certain people that that should know. True
Romance.
He's. You know what I mean? Gary Oldman is probably not known by as many black people as he should be, because he's so white. He's so white.
He was in JFK. Played Oswald.
He's a genius.
Did he?
Yes, he was Oswald in JFK in the movie. I didn't know he was British until I heard him interview.
Brad Pitt is famous and Denzel Washington's famous. Anybody
across the board.
Across the board, everybody knows that.
All right. What else we got? Oh, E-Rock's got the noise you made when you got choked out by Randy Couture.
It was just for the radio. It didn't.
Oh, it's good enough. I want to hear that.
Here it is. E-Rock's panicking. Are you panicking? Is that a look of panic? I think so.
E-Rock's head's getting bigger and his face is getting smaller. Fucking guy's starting to look like a...
Oh, man. It's like he's being blown up on a bicycle pump from the back.
What a great visual. You see those guys. Their head gets bigger, but their face gets smaller.
His features are disappearing. He's just like one of those things where you put a big one in a little one and then a little one and another little. He's a Russian fucking balloon face.
His head is turning into a black hole. It's collapsing on itself.
He really makes me sick.
That's E-Rock. Oh boy,
that was fed up with E-Rock. I say hello to him every morning. I'm just looking at him struggle.
But E-Rock's lucky. I don't think anyone will Photoshop you on those little Russian fucking. You don't have that to worry about, E-Rock. Don't worry about it.
Stackable Russian.
And the other thing.
I love the other thing.
I'm just sitting, and I noticed it because he's just sitting there, and as he's under pressure to do something, and his little baby features are just...
Someone's saying it's not Terry Crews in the new ads. What, they changed the Old Spice guy?
There's two different ad campaigns.
Yes.
All right.
And there's two different black guys. One is Terry Crews and one is this other guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The one on the horse, you look at me, look at him, look at me, look at him. Yeah. And Terry Crews is like, two naked niggas. And it's like, that's why I asked that question. I hope I didn't ask him that question like fucked up, but it's like black people do have that.
Yeah, they're gonna.
Just a big, strong, naked Negro screaming, and it's just like, he said it. He said, fucking man, fuck that. Fuck it. And I like to hear that.
This one does, dummy. It's super powerful odor blocker body wash. Oh! Power!
That's Terry Crews.
Odor blocker body wash has 16 hours of BO blocking power! That's right.
By the way, these commercials should be called White Man's Worst Nightmare.
Yeah.
A nigga that smells good, riding a tiger with that body and screaming. That's right.
Yeah, it sure smells good in here. That's because this blocks me up! Sorry about that.
Who figured out this would work? Who the fuck figured out that would work?
Well, I see these spots a lot during Adult Swim, so that should probably give you an idea.
The potheads.
Just screaming with muscles coming out of his muscles, and he's making $1 zillion. Even if I was a nice guy, I couldn't get that commercial. You have to be in complete shape. And I think he's close to 40.
All right.